Well, here at NewsNation, we are tracking common products that you buy in our exclusive weekly series, NewsNation Inflation Index. So we are breaking down the numbers to show you how much prices are fluctuating in the top 10 states hit hardest by inflation over the last year. We are tracking staples like eggs, bread, and milk. So here are this week's numbers. On average, eggs are $3.81, bread is $3.62, milk is at $4.31. So compared to a week ago, eggs are up 2 cents, but up 33% from a year ago. Bread is down 31 cents, but still up 11% from a year ago. And milk is also down for the second week in a row, 24 cents less, but still up 16% from last year. Our economy is on a roller coaster ride, really. Americans buckling in for another month of prices rising and dipping, all in the meanwhile bracing for a possible recession. A glimmer of hope, perhaps, when it comes to gas prices. Check this out. Gas is down 83 cents, the national average at 4.06 now, according to AAA. And President Biden said, quote, "It is the fastest decline in over a decade." However, in a new poll by ABC News and Ipsos, 69% of Americans don't see the light at the end of the tunnel and believe the economy is getting worse. 12% think it's improving. We asked economic analyst Kayla Brune to join us to discuss the current and future state of our economy. Kayla, welcome. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. Let's start with the jobs report because it shocked so many people. 528,000 jobs added in the past month. What does this kind of growth signal for the economy, and will this affect the federal rates?
It's a complicated story, and I was one of those people who was surprised by how strong the jobs report was in terms of both jobs being added and also wage growth picking up again. It really marked a bit of a reversal from what we've seen as the trend in the past few months, which was really for slower wage growth and slower job gains, especially as we've been hearing about recessions. You'd think maybe firms are starting to slow hiring, but based on the jobs report, that really did not seem to be the case. However, you led into this segment talking about inflation, and for that reason, that kind of is a caveat that makes this good news a little bit bad news in some ways, or at least not all good news, as you'd like to simply hope that jobs added more than expected would just be positive.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can we talk about mortgage rates? Because they're actually at their lowest since 2020. For people interested in purchasing a home, is now the time, or do you think they should wait?
I think what we're really seeing in our data is that there's a lot of differentiation in outcomes for consumer finances depending on wealth. What's interesting with the housing market right now is that, yes, mortgage rates have come down a bit. They've still risen a lot this year, and that's resulted in kind of a cooling in housing sales activity. So sales have come down, but prices remain elevated. What that's really been doing is it's making it harder to afford homes. So a lot of those consumers that are still buying homes tend to be only those that have a little bit more money and are in a better position to afford it. So that's kind of propping up prices, but still reducing in this sort of lower sales number overall, as those who can't afford it are dropping out of the housing market.
Yeah, that context super important. And as a result of inflation, we know so many Americans are spending on their credit cards to try to protect their dwindling savings. What is your advice on how we should be spending our money right now?
Well, I can tell you what we're seeing in our data for how consumers are spending their money. And again, this really breaks into a divide between wealthier or higher income adults versus lower or middle income adults. And the big thing is that inflation is affecting those on the lower income end of the spectrum a little bit more. We see in our surveys that at Morning Consult that lower and middle income adults are saying that they have a thinner margin between income and spending each month, and inflation has been eroding that. So they're having a much harder time saving, and that's decreasing their appetite to spend. On the other hand, if you look at top line spending growth, it's held up moderately well. It's continued to grow at a slower pace, but still mostly positive. And a lot of that seems to be driven by higher income adults who still have these pretty strong savings buffers built up during the pandemic and just a little bit more of a cushion between their income and spending. So they're really able to keep spending and driving growth.
Yeah, and can I ask you, in just about 20 seconds, we are expecting new inflation data out this week, CPI on Wednesday. Can we expect even higher prices for Americans? And if so, how high?
Well, as you pointed out, gas prices have come down a bit from their peak, and goods prices overall, actually, since March, haven't really reached the level that they were before. On the other hand, services prices have been picking up a bit, and that could be likely to continue with housing being a big part of that. That tends to show up later. So there are signs of hope that we could see inflation start to slow. It's possible we'll see that June was the peak, but there are still some upward forces to prices that could be worrying. So we'll find out soon.
Yeah, stay on top of it. Kayla Brune, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.